And I got to sneak in a Kyle Shanahan thought. Because he's at total command of his play calling.
Okay.
There's not any call, really, I go back to and say, boy, why did he call that one? He's in total command with his play calling, whether it's first down passing, second down passing, first down play action,
Going for it on
first down runs, going for it. He's more aggressive. We have Rob Stats on Fire, Rob Guerrero on with us on Friday. I asked him, what's the difference between Shanahan this year and the previous 5-6 years? It's aggressiveness. He is going for it on fourth down. You know why? He finally has a quarterback he could trust. So now he's in his total back. Screen setting. What about the pass to McCaffrey where he leaps over a defender and the blocks downfield are set up perfectly?
Like Michael Jordan.
The play design, where a lot of people thought, well, Mike McDaniel's down in Miami. A lot of creativity went to him at South Beach. What is Shanahan going to do without Mike McDaniel? I think Shanahan's doing just fine so far this season.
Their red zone efficiency is there. I mean, they're scoring touchdowns. The biggest criticism coming out of that game was, you had to sneak with Brock Purdy to get 35 points. That one should have went to CMC.
Whatever.
Really? No, I know, but that's like we're really having style points on 35. But that's where we're at in terms of how good they are.
Well,
they have
no, that's not where we're at. It just tells me that just people will find something to complain about.
You and
they're
I
miserable
agree
with their lives. Not 1 second, TJ, did I think, why'd you call a quarterback sneak? I was like, just get the ball in the end zone.
No.
I don't care how 35 points.
Reasonable.
Somebody's going to complain about 35.
But you're reasonable.
Evaluate your life.
I know, but you're reasonable. Some
Jesus
people aren't.
Christ.
They think it's fantasy football. They throw the deep ball. They throw the deep ball to Brandon Ayuk, and on the very next play,
kills, man. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Somebody complained about that game yesterday. They scored 35. This team is humming.
People will always complain. You know that, and I'm not going to acknowledge that. They throw the deep ball to Brandon Ayuk. You're talking about Shanahan being in his bag. And then now you're thinking, oh, boy, who they're going to go to? They throw a screen to Ronnie Bell. Let's get Ronnie Bell involved in the game. I mean, you're talking about Shanahan being in his bag. He is completely in his bag.
He got Willie Snead to catch yesterday.
I mean, Kyle Juszczyk was getting rushes. Kyle Juszczyk was getting deep balls. They had like an out route for Juszczyk that they got a penalty on.
Right.
And even Mark Sanchez says, how many fullbacks in the history of the NFL are getting that pass dialed up in that situation?
Again, Juszczyk is valuable on this offense. Dick Shanahan's dialing it up, man. He's got a bevy of options here, plethora of weapons on this football team. Let's go to Heather in Santa Clara. I know Heather's fired up here on the Morning Roast. What's up, Heather? Good morning.
What's up, guys? Good morning. I'm a first-time caller.
Hey, Heather. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, no problem. This is going to be a short and sweet appreciation post for CMC. Don't tell my husband, but I've loved him ever since Stanford as a fellow Stanford alum. All right? So I would watch most of his games. I saw him break the all-purpose record. Yeah, at Stanford. I think that was his sophomore year against USC. So I knew that he was going to be great in Kyle Shanahan's system, you know? So
it's a match made in heaven.
He is going. Yes, exactly. He is the man. He was the man at Stanford. He is the man for us. And hopefully in the future, as he breaks more records, gets us a Super Bowl, he'll be a man in this who has a statue at the 49ers Museum. Thanks, guys.
He's got to do some work here. Well, let's not go crazy. It's been a year with Christian McCaffrey, but I don't want to kill Heather's vibe. I'm going to uplift it because so far this season, Christian McCaffrey is averaging 5.7 yards a carry from the backfield. 80 carries, 459 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's a leading rusher in the NFL. And then when you add what he's doing in the passing game, you got the ultimate weapon. The NFL, they shouldn't have been listening to ESPN when they graded the trade and gave him a C-. The NFL should have said, veto, veto, veto. What is Carolina doing? Headed over Christian McCaffrey to Kyle Shanahan. This is what he was looking for with Jerick McKinnon. Unfortunately, Jerick McKinnon tore his ACL.
McKinnon's not even in the category.
He's not in the category. You're right. He was looking for somebody like this. I can hand the ball to, I can throw him in the backfield. Now, McKinnon may have never duplicated what Christian McCaffrey's doing right now, but I got the vision.
Yes.
I saw the vision. McKinnon's body let him down. Now he's in Kansas City. Heck, he had a championship parade last year, and he's playing solid for him in a role. Pacheco's the man out there in the backfield.
He runs hard.
He's a really good player. And boy, Kansas City, I know he slipped up in the second half, but it's going to be tough to beat them this year. That's a very good football team. Their defense is flying around. But when Christian McCaffrey came here, we got excited because this was the vision we had with this guy. People, I don't think they realized. They maybe forgot about what he could do in the slot, out wide, with his hands. This is Marshall Faulk 2.0.
It reminds me a lot of when the Warriors acquired Kevin Durant, and everyone was like, well, we knew Kevin was good, but we didn't know he was this good.
Yep.
And it feels the same way with CMC. I think we all knew he was really good, but nobody knew he was this good. I mean, he instantaneously jumped onto a team with George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and was the best player on offense.
Not even close.
By a wide margin.
Not even close.
I mean, and B, I keep coming back to like the amount of poise that he allows the play caller, the amount of poise and guts that he gives the signal caller in terms of the quarterback himself, what he's done for the offensive line. Did you see when they handed the ball to Big Banks at the end to spike that ball?
Oh, yeah.
Banks and Trent Williams might be the best left side of an offensive line in the NFL.
No, they're playing well.
And they keep running in that direction. And he finds the little crease, and boom, he comes right through it.
I want to go to this cut, EGO2, Spadoni, EGO2, because McCaffrey's talking about joining this team. And he's talking about buying in. And the trade hasn't even been a year yet since he's been back in the Bay Area playing for the 49ers. But let's hear, Spadoni, if you have it here. Go ahead, tell me in my ear if you got it. But go ahead, Christian McCaffrey, EGO2, about joining this team.
Yeah, I think, especially like I said, on this team, it's about showing up every day. The standard is so high. You know, Trent's a Hall of Famer, arguably the best left tackle to ever play. I mean, you got guys on this team who the standard was set. You know, they built this culture for 6 years. They went through a lot of tough days. Obviously, I had my good times and bad times in Carolina, and to come into a team where the culture's set and to watch the way that these guys play, it forces you to want to elevate your game and do everything you can for them because you know they're doing the same for you.
You know, B, I was talking with the boss before the show. He's here. We're in Chase Center. You know, we're having a good time. We're just shooting it. And he's like, I just can't believe how good CMC is. I'm like, I know. And I'm watching Carolina yesterday, and I'm saying to myself, well, there's a young quarterback in Bryce Young, right? Who has no weapons.
Yeah.
Who has no weapons. And I'm looking at what CMC has done to this team with lots of weapons. And it's like, oh, match made in heaven. Well, I can't believe how much just people around the country have devalued superstar running backs, and we think that they're interchangeable. They're not. Okay, newsflash, they are not interchangeable. Some are better than others. Derrick Henry, CMC. I look at the guy in Indianapolis right now, Richardson, and I like Richardson. I think he's going to be a very good player. Wouldn't he look even better if he had Jonathan Taylor?
Well, he's going to be healthy, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks here, Jonathan Taylor, and I can't wait to see that offense. But as you're